All right, so this is a suggestion via Discord. The name of the video is Jamestown declares a state of emergency. Let's check it out. Let's see where this takes us, guys.
And we begin tonight down in Jamestown, where a state of emergency is now in place due to a large presence of 300 unauthorized campers in public spaces. Good evening, I'm Scott Levitt.
Okay.
And I'm Mary Alice Demler. The city issued the order in a news release this evening, calling on Chautauqua County for financial assistance and additional resources, saying they cannot solve this problem on their own.
Joining us sides, Andy Page.
If they're campers and you don't want them there, remove them. Say, hey, listen, guys, you got to go home. All right? You got to go home immediately. You shouldn't need much help there, right? You call the police and you say, move these individuals.
He went down there earlier tonight, and he joins us now from Jamestown. Andy.
Scott, Mary Alice, that's right. A state of emergency went into place here in Jamestown about 5 hours ago, and that's because of the large number of encampments that we're starting to see pop up here, like the one just across the river from where I am right now. And tonight, we actually made our way inside that encampment. Okay. Here's a look. All right, so we're just off Main Street. You can see that down there, the heart of Jamestown.
Okay, these aren't campers. Well, bro, call things what they are, right? I mean, this is obviously a homeless encampment. Based off of the condition of this. These are not campers. Okay, so yeah, you can't really just call the police. Okay. Oh no. Yeah, this is popping up everywhere. I think you're gonna have to write a law, right? Or write a statute that says you can't be in specific areas. I think that'll probably be the only way to go. I mean, obviously, you can't just write them tickets. That would be cruel and unusual punishment, specifically knowing that they cannot really pay it, and you can't fine someone for sleeping, right? Regardless of the actual location. So that's a concern, at least, right? But they're not campers. This is a homeless encampment. Let's not change words. We already have words for things, guys.
Just right around the corner, the Chautauqua River, just to the side over there. And this is the largest encampment that we've seen so far since we've come here. Folks just sort of spread out here with their bikes. A lot of folks sleeping just over there. But what they've done is they've created a city almost that spans through the woods here, right along the railroad tracks. And this goes for almost half a mile down. And you can see here some folks' belongings, a couple of clothing items here. And if you follow me this way, deep down there is where a group has set up camp. They're not here right now. We're told once it gets darker, more folks start to come in here. Okay. But this is a site that we're seeing that spans, as we said, almost half a mile down. And right now, about 300 people, we're told, in Jamestown are living like this. They're living in tents and just sort of spreading wherever they can out here. So if you don't mind me asking, where are you sleeping tonight?
Where am I sleeping? It doesn't matter.
Are you sleeping back in Olean?
No.
No?
Nope.
Do you have a place to stay right now?
Doesn't matter. It really doesn't matter.
Okay.
Because if I have to stay with people that need my help, or if I have to stay with family, which love me today because I got some recovery. So
is it scary though, not knowing where you're?
I'm not sure he really answered the question, but
today because I got some recovery. So
is it scary though, not knowing where you're going to sleep?
Terrifying. I mean, if you go through it, it's such a terrifying thing that you don't know what's going to happen next.
Yeah. Right.
You don't know what's going to happen next.
Now, as you just heard Paul say there, he is in recovery. Addiction is something that we're told a number of these individuals are experiencing.
I can imagine.
And it's also leading to a number of other problems like syringes and garbage being disposed of improperly, as well as public defecation in the river. Now, we attempted to reach out to officials here in Jamestown and Chautauqua County, but they were unable to meet with us tonight. But as you can tell, guys, this is a situation that's not going to go away overnight.
No,
we will continue to follow it as it develops.
All right, so basically, when they started out the video, we're basically all under the impression that these are just a bunch of, backpackers or camping in the area, but 300 of them. Wow, that's like a convention of backpackers. But no, that's not the case here. You're referring to homeless encampments. And the problem when you start talking about that specific issue, I mean, a lot of other issues that surround it are immediately brought up. And I think that's the biggest concern here. Obviously, the human element is what bothers me the most of it, right? These are people that are absolutely suffering. And I'm not really a fan of the concept of like human suffering like that specifically. Now, did a lot of these individuals get themselves in this situation by, the use of narcotics? Most likely, based off what he just said, he would probably agree with my statement here. We can't lock them up for being homeless. We can't lock them up for sleeping on the street. There just has to be a better way. And it sounds like a lot of the people that came into this town of Jamestown may not actually be even from Jamestown. So that means they're moving city to city doing this, right? When the economy got bad for the majority of Americans, of course, it got even worse for them, specifically the poorest of America, right? I have no idea what to do in this instance, right? I definitely don't want them jailed. That'll be a waste of money. If there is some type of like narcotic use, obviously I would love for something to happen that could probably get them off of this permanently, so they can start living a much more productive life rather than this. Now, the health risks of public defecation, specifically into the river, is wild, actually. And specifically, if needles are being shared, I mean, I worry about hepatitis. Guys, there's just a lot of things happening here that are absolutely frustrating and somewhat scary here. What the guy said here, I think his name is Paul, towards the end, is interesting. Yeah, I mean, imagine how frightening it is to literally not know where you're going tonight. He tried to answer the question, I think, to the best of his ability, but really didn't answer much of the question at all. But this is a moral issue. This is a human issue, a uniquely human issue, I think. I think we all need to kind of figure out what we're going to do with it, because I am not for, 100% not for, jailing the homeless for sleeping. That's probably the best definition of cruel and unusual punishment that there is. Right now, I don't think there's another one. Are we going to start jailing people for eating? No, guys. But yeah, that's just my issue here. Maybe we need more shelters in the area. We just need something or someone, some group, some NGO to probably go out there and start assisting. Because again, the way you worded it initially, it sounded like they were just on like a backpack camping trip, bro. Okay, so yeah, we definitely need to do better with wording things how they exactly are, not trying to add some fluff to it. But either way, listen, you guys all have an absolutely amazing day. Enjoy your day thoroughly, guys. Before we go, are you guys subscribed to the other channels? Logical Movie Reviews with Mr. L. Boyd, along with Mr. L. Boyd Music. Both are found in the description. Check it out.